Hi, this is Aaron Opfel, Searcher Magnet again. Thanks for tuning in. I shot this video to show you, by popular request, how to set up a Google AdWords account in a few minutes for market validation, right? So this is for people who just want to get quickly started. It's not intended to be an in-depth, hands-on approach to, ad copywriting or things of that nature. We will cover the basics in order to get up and running in just a few minutes today. So for those of you out there that want instant gratification, and this is in response and shot for the people that came to my Lean Startup event at SARTA on the 27th. But of course, it helps anyone trying to get validation for their idea in AdWords. Now, in order for this to work properly for you, you really do have to have the following. You need to have some sort of a landing page, an offer, or value proposition, in other words, and you need to have a customer developed. In other words, you need to know what your customer wants and needs. So you need to have those three things: an understanding of your customer, a landing page, and some sort of value proposition. If you don't have these things, then unfortunately AdWords is not really going to be much help to you. So if you attended the class, then I sent you in your email a $100 AdWords credit. It looks something like this. So you should have got an email that says, welcome to Google AdWords. Now, it's important to notice that it is a spend 25, get 100, meaning that you will need to fund the account, enter your credit card, and spend $100. This is how it works. So, but you're getting $100 free AdWords for spending 25. So it's pretty cool. Second thing to be aware of, and this will come up, is this assumes this will work. What I'm going to show you is going to work if and only if your Gmail account is not connected to AdWords, right? And what I mean by that is, like, do you already have an AdWords account associated with this Gmail account, right? And you may be asking, oh, well, what if the account is not a Gmail account? I'll cover that in a second. Let's say like it is a Gmail account. You would want to check that by going to AdWords.google.com. Accidentally a D. You're going to want to sign in. If you get the sign-in screen, you're going to see a welcome to Google AdWords account. If you log into AdWords and you see an account already created, and you've already created an AdWords account and you cannot access the $100 coupon. It doesn't mean that you can't use Google AdWords to validate your idea. It just means that you cannot use the coupon I sent you. So if that's the case, feel free to send me email me, Aaron@searchermag.net, and I'll send you a different code. Email me from the address that you want me to send the code to, and I'll send it to you. But the desired case is you click this button and it'll take you directly to Google AdWords and it'll say welcome, and then you can type in your website. So remember when I said you had a landing page, you're going to want to enter it in this step. A word of warning, the landing page does need to be complete, meaning like you need to have some sort of data capture on there. You have complete information about your product. It can't be just a thrown together thing. It's just going to get your ad and campaign, possibly account banned. So make sure that your advertising or your landing page is fully fleshed out, as I discussed in the class. Next step. This is really a wonderful kind of summarization of everything that takes to set up an AdWords campaign. So this is encapsulating everything, all the major settings, as well as keywords and ad copy and bidding all into one quick shot chunk. So as you can see here, we're going to show you the bare minimum needed to get a test up and running, and you can fine tune it later. So setting the daily budget. What I'm recommending here is we did a $100 budget, right? So we add in 25, we get 125 total test budget. I typically recommend running that across 14 days, right? So when we do the math, right, we divide 125 by 14, we're going to get something like 8.92 per day, right? Why is this important? Well, one of the first things AdWords asks when you sign up for AdWords is, what is your daily budget? And this is kind of confusing to some people, right? Well, if you want to spend a fixed amount, it flies in the face of that, right? A daily budget contradicts a fixed amount. But if you want to spend a fixed amount, in this case, the $100 that you're getting plus the $25 that you have to put in, then you're going to want to allocate that over 14 days, meaning that like you can just put a budget of $8.92, and if you run the account for 2 weeks, it'll work out exactly like you want. You just have to remember to turn it off. Next thing is targeting. I will say for this purpose, for the purpose of lean marketing and lean AdWords validation, you probably don't want to do Canada or other countries unless you have a great reason to that. And I would also say you want to leave it vague at United States and not drill into specific regions. This is because when you geo-target, AdWords is very precise. It's super precise. This will work against you in lean marketing because you want a broad sample, and you just don't want to do state by state or zip code by zip code targeting, and it'll also slow you down and be more cumbersome. So we're just going to pick the United States as being the definitive right choice for this particular use case. Networks. So search network and display network. If you already know what these are, great. Search network is the actual Google ads. We're talking about the the actual ads on. This is a great graphic on top of search results, right? Here, display network. These are content sites. This is non-Google. There are things like ESPN.com or the Drudge Report where ads are stitched into the content. We definitely want to turn off display network, and the reason for that is we're testing the search. So in lean AdWords and lean AdWords validation, we're trying to be the answer to a problem question, right? If someone's typing in foot doctor, we want to be the answer. So we cannot be sure what a user's intent is on a content site, so we're going to exclude that. It's very important. And it's also possible to spend a lot of money on this without great results. Next, keywords. So again, we cannot go really deeply into the keywords. These keywords are derived from the landing page that I entered in the first step. You're going to want to go, what I recommend the approach is that you let Google suggest keywords for you, and then you remove the ones that are immediately obviously not interesting, right? So if my product is an education product, I want people that are looking for things like how to, blueprint, that kind of stuff. I definitely don't want keyword search tool. Definitely don't want services. I definitely don't want social media. I definitely don't want a buyer comparing different advertising companies, right? How to start a business? That's a possible one. This might be a pain point that my customer has. My product's about how to find your target market and how to, market your niche. So yeah, you know what? How to start a business may be good. How to do business online? No. Phrasing thing, right? Social media, no. How to market on the internet? That's perfect. Internet advertising companies, no. So I'm left with just 3 that are really relevant. As you can see, this is part art, part science, and we're just staying strictly within the confines of the simplified version of the Google AdWords keywords tool. Now, there's definitely some other tools out there, but for this particular use case, this is enough, ladies and gentlemen, to get going. So what I've done here is I've just clicked this more like this button, which just loads in suggestions. These have an incredible amount of volume. It's way too much volume. I want to cut it down a little bit. See how this is going to recast or recalculate how many clicks I'm going to have, right? So you want just like a hefty amount of clicks. You want enough clicks where you want more than 10 clicks per day. 50, 100 is a good range, not less. These terms are just too broad. So it's okay to have a small number of terms. It's actually better than not. It's actually better to start with a small number of terms and expand, especially if you're not sure what terms are going to work really well for you and you have a limited budget. So, trying to get your account to spend its budget, it's a whole different topic. Right now we're just trying to get started, right? Trying to get up and running with lean AdWords. So 5 keywords is definitely going to do the job. I'm going to get a healthy amount of clicks, and these keywords are pretty dead on to the problems that my customers are having that we discovered during customer development. Bids. In this use case, we're going to always recommend automatic bidding. This is because, AdWords has an algorithm that will heavily penalize you if your performance is bad out of the gate as far as bidding. So you definitely don't want to set the bids manually. It's a bad idea. I would just ignore that, and definitely automatic is the best case. Writing your ad. So again, this is one of the other areas that we're not going to be able to go deeply into depth as far as copywriting. That's going to be its own video that we'll cover in a different section. But in the headline of the ad, Google does recommend some shortcuts. That's including, how to start a business. So I'm going to include that, and I'm going to say something like, "Don't start a." Right. So AIDA, attention, interest, decision, action. Right. So I'm trying to get your attention here. And then, so call to action, what makes your business, product, or offer unique, prices, promotions, and exclusives. So like, and another thing where it's difficult to give an example of this and why examples don't really work very well for AdWords is because your use case will dramatically differ. Mine's software and education. Your product might be a service, it might be a consumer good, it might be any number of different things. And so the way I'm writing the ad and the keyword strategy is not going to be the perfect thing for you and in your unique use case. So again, give me a call if you want to discuss the particulars of your product. We offer coaching and consulting for AdWords. But here, I'm just literally following the best practices. Google does make this as easy as possible. Remember, it's okay, to have an ad that sucks. You can always create other ads and test against them later. The point is to get something going. The point is to get your thing up and going and testing and getting information about at least your ad and your value proposition, right? So here again, just to reiterate, we're saying, look, if you're considering starting a business, you need to use our target marketing software, right? And that's our value proposition. You need to use this before you do anything. It's 97, download a day, kind of weak ad, but who knows? We're going to at least test if people are expressing interest by clicking on the ad. So I'm going to save that, and it's going to take me to the next page. And that's it. So you really don't have to enter anything else into here. You are going to have to put your code. That is one thing. If you do want to make sure that you get your code, you're going to want to apply it down here, and you're going to want to put a credit card. The fantastic thing is, if you put a credit card in here, they're going to authorize you for that $25, and you're going to, believe it or not, you can be online and running within a matter of minutes. AdWords has a system where they'll automatically check your ad. There's no ad approvals. You're not going to have to call anybody. There's nothing that you need to do, and that's it. So if you would like help with your AdWords account, if you're experiencing any sort of issue, like you want to get help customized to your unique needs and business market fit, please give us a call. Call my office. We can set up a consultation. And we'll also be producing some more videos and content about AdWords. From here, you guys are good to go. As long as you've applied the fundamentals that you learned in Market Validation Hacks, you are off and running. And look forward to our next video about a teardown, how to analyze the performance of an account and how to do things like rotate out ads and things of that nature. I've been your host. Thanks for watching. This is Aaron Otfell, and I'll see you next time.